Republicans unite in support of the investigation as the House grants approval for the impeachment inquiry into President Biden. Hello to all. The topic of our video today pertains to the House of Representatives having voted to authorize an impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden, with all Republicans backing the move. The vote ensures that the investigation will continue into 2024, when Biden is expected to run for re-election. The inquiry has focused on the business dealings of Biden's family members, but no evidence has emerged of corruption or bribery by the president. Biden criticized the move as a baseless political stunt. The decision to hold a vote followed pressure from Republican leaders to show progress in the nearly year-long probe. Despite reservations among some members of the Republican Party regarding the lack of evidence of misconduct by President Joe Biden, every Republican united in support of the politically charged impeachment inquiry, which was officially authorized by the House on Wednesday. By casting a party-line vote of 221-212, the entirety of the House Republican Conference has expressed their endorsement of an impeachment procedure that has the potential to result in the most severe consequence for a president: retribution for offenses classified as high crimes and misdemeanors by the Constitution. If found guilty in a Senate trial, this can result in removal from office. In an unusual comment regarding the impeachment proceedings, Biden expressed his doubts about the priorities of House Republicans who are pushing for an investigation into him and his family. After the vote, the president stated, "Rather than taking actions to improve the lives of Americans, their focus is on spreading falsehoods about me. Instead of fulfilling their responsibilities and addressing pressing matters, they have chosen to squander valuable time on this unfounded political maneuver that even Republicans in Congress acknowledge lacks factual support." By granting permission for the prolonged investigation, it guarantees that the impeachment inquiry will continue until 2024, coinciding with Biden's re-election campaign and the potential rematch with former President Donald Trump, who faced impeachment twice during his presidency. Trump, driven by a desire for revenge and retribution against his adversaries, has urged his Republican allies in Congress to expedite the impeachment process against Biden. Under mounting pressure to demonstrate advancements in their lengthy investigation into the business activities of Biden's relatives, Speaker Mike Johnson and his team made the choice to conduct a vote. While ethical concerns have been raised by their inquiry, there is no substantiated proof to suggest that Biden engaged in corrupt behavior or accepted bribes during his tenure as vice president or in his current position. After the vote, Speaker Mike Johnson and his leadership team released a joint statement, emphasizing their commitment to not making any premature judgments regarding the investigation's conclusion. However, they acknowledged that the undeniable evidentiary record cannot be disregarded. In a display of unity, Democrats in the House voiced their opposition to the resolution for the inquiry on Wednesday, denouncing it as a sham orchestrated by their counterparts to seek retribution for the two previous impeachments of Trump. During a floor debate, Reverend Jim McGovern, D-Mass, expressed his opinion that this entire affair is nothing more than an exaggerated political spectacle lacking any credibility, legitimacy, or integrity. He dismissed it as a mere sideshow. There were certain House Republicans, specifically those representing districts with political divisions, who had reservations about voting on the impeachment of Biden due to concerns about potential political repercussions. However, GOP leaders have been emphasizing that the resolution is merely a part of the overall process and not a definitive decision to impeach Biden. This messaging appears to have convinced those who were initially skeptical. At a press conference on Tuesday, Reverend Tom Emmer, a prominent member of the GOP leadership, reiterated the point that voting in favor of an impeachment inquiry should not be equated with impeachment, as they have emphasized on multiple occasions. The Republicans, as stated by Emma, are committed to diligently pursuing the truth and will not hesitate to take appropriate action if they discover any evidence of treason, bribery, or other serious offenses. Only in such circumstances will they even entertain the idea of initiating impeachment proceedings. In regards to the upcoming vote, Reverend Dusty Johnson, RSD, made it clear that although there is no substantiated evidence to support impeachment, it is important to note that the purpose of this week's vote is not focused on that particular matter. Expressing his frustration, he stated, "The abundance of political impeachments in our nation has become excessive." While acknowledging his disapproval of the administration's lack of transparency, he emphasized the importance of having concrete evidence before proceeding with any actions by the House. Rep. Don Bacon, a Republican from Nebraska who has consistently expressed his opposition to proceeding with impeachment, stated that his support was swayed by the White House's skepticism towards the legitimacy of the inquiry, which was evident in their refusal to hold a formal vote. "At this moment, I am able to defend the need for an inquiry," he shared with journalists during a press conference. "We should wait and see what information emerges from the investigation. The unity among House Democrats persists in their resistance to the impeachment proceedings, asserting that it is a sham orchestrated by the GOP to divert focus from Trump and his legal troubles. There must be concrete evidence of impeachable offenses before initiating the impeachment process," stated Rep. Jerry Nadler, the leading Democratic member of the House Judiciary Committee, who was responsible for overseeing the two impeachments of Trump. "In this case, there is absolutely no evidence. None. The President and his administration's collaboration with the investigation has been consistently supported by Democrats and the White House, who assert that a substantial collection of documents has already been made accessible. Key witnesses, including various high-ranking officials from the Justice Department who are currently investigating Hunter Biden, have provided congressional investigators with extensive testimony and nearly 40,000 pages of bank records that were obtained through subpoenas. Although the Republicans claim that their investigation primarily centers around the president, they have shown a specific fascination with Hunter Biden and his business ventures abroad, alleging that the president has personally gained from them. Additionally, a significant portion of the Republicans' inquiry has been dedicated to examining the whistleblowers' claims of meddling in the ongoing Justice Department probe into Hunter Biden's tax affairs and firearm usage. At present, Hunter Biden is confronting criminal accusations in 2 different states as a result of the special counsel investigation. Specifically, he is being charged with firearm offenses in Delaware, which claim that he violated laws prohibiting drug users from possessing firearms in 2018, a time when he openly admitted to grappling with addiction. Special counsel David Weiss recently pressed further charges, asserting that Hunter Biden neglected to pay approximately $1.4 million in taxes over a span of 3 years. Acknowledging that the president's son is not without flaws, Democrats have recognized that he is a private individual who is currently undergoing legal scrutiny and facing consequences within the justice system. Nadler confidently asserts that Hunter Biden engaged in numerous inappropriate actions, supported by a substantial amount of evidence. Hunter Biden's indictment and upcoming trial further solidify these claims. However, it is important to note that there is absolutely no evidence to suggest that the president committed any wrongdoing. The majority of Republicans who have been hesitant to support the impeachment efforts have also been convinced by the recent argument put forth by party leadership. This argument emphasizes that authorizing the inquiry will provide them with stronger legal footing, especially in light of the White House's scrutiny of the legal and constitutional grounds for their information requests. In a recent communication, a prominent attorney from the White House expressed their view to Republican committee leaders that the ongoing GOP investigation is excessive and lacks legitimacy due to the absence of an official impeachment inquiry authorized by a full House vote. Richard Sauber, the president's special counsel, further highlighted that during the previous threat of impeachment by a Democratic-led House in 2019, Johnson had categorically stated that any inquiry conducted without a House vote would be deemed as a deceptive and fraudulent endeavor. Making a rare public appearance outside the US Capitol, Hunter Biden announced on Wednesday that he would not be attending his scheduled private deposition. In the face of relentless GOP criticism, the son of the president defended himself and clarified that his father has had no financial engagement in his business dealings. In an effort to address concerns about potential manipulation by Republicans, Biden's attorney has proposed the idea of him testifying publicly. Standing outside the Capitol, Biden expressed his belief that Republicans are opposed to a transparent process that would allow the American public to witness their strategies, debunk their unfounded investigation, and listen to his own perspective. He questioned their motivations, asking what exactly they are afraid of, while asserting his presence and readiness to engage in the discussion. In light of Hunter Biden's absence, GOP lawmakers have announced their intention to initiate contempt of Congress proceedings against him. Representative James Comer, chairman of the House Oversight Committee, expressed his belief that this development has only exacerbated Hunter Biden's current predicament. To support our channel's growth and ensure broader awareness, kindly hit the like and subscribe buttons. This will help us reach more individuals and disseminate valuable information. Thank you in advance.